One of the hard parts about being a dividend focused YouTuber is trying to appeal to the many different kinds of dividend investors out there. Well, in my attempt to do just that, welcome back to my Power 5 Stocks of the Week. In this series, I present you all with the leaders each week in the following categories: dividend yield, dividend streak, dividend growth rates, 10-year returns, and the stock trading the highest percentage off of its 52-week high. The only requirement for consideration to be on this list is that you have to beat the S&P 500 over the past 10 years and have a dividend streak of at least 5 years. If that's got your interest, let's jump right into this week's video. The stock with the highest dividend yield this week is Vici Properties, stock ticker VICI. Vici is a quarterly payer in the real estate sector, paying $1.56 per share per year, with a forward dividend yield of 4.89%. Vici's been paying and growing their dividend over the past 5 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 8.64%. They don't have a 5-year dividend growth rate because they've only been growing for 5 years, but their payout ratio is 62.09%. Vici has an ex-dividend date of March 22nd and a payout date of April 6th, and a $10,000 investment in Vici a little bit over 5 years ago, while only reinvesting dividends since then, would have turned into $21,391.30, which is a 15.8% year-over-year return rate, and that's compared to the S&P 500 that turned into $15,878.44, which is a difference of $5,512.86 over the last 5 years. All right, and this week's stock with the longest dividend streak is Best Buy, stock ticker BBY. Best Buy is a quarterly payer in the consumer discretionary sector, paying $3.68 per share per year, with a forward dividend yield of 4.68%. Best Buy has been paying and growing their dividend over the last 20 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 20.74%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 20.95%, and a payout ratio of 49.58%. Best Buy has an ex-dividend date of March 22nd and a payout date of April 13th. And a $10,000 investment in Best Buy 10 years ago, while only reinvesting the money they give you in return, would have turned into $53,412.66, which means you would have brought back 18.24% year-over-year returns, and that's compared to the S&P that in the same time turned into $30,236.51, which is a difference of $23,176.15 over the last 10 years. So this next stock not only has the highest dividend growth rates on the list this week, but they're also the leader in 10-year returns. Before we get to that stock and the stock that's trading the highest percentage off of its 52-week high, remember to hit the like button on the video as it helps my channel, subscribe and ring the bell to stay up with all the dividend related content, and then comment down below #BellSquad to let me know you're subscribed with notifications turned on. But now let's get to these final two stocks. So as I mentioned, this week's stock that has the best dividend growth rates and the highest 10-year returns is Broadcom, stock ticker AVGO. AVGO is a quarterly payer in the technology sector, paying $18.40 per share per year, with a forward dividend yield of 2.99%. Broadcom has been paying and growing their dividend over the last 14 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 14.7%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 28.58%, and a payout ratio of 41.67%. Broadcom has an ex-dividend date of March 21st and a payout date of March 31st, and a $10,000 investment in Broadcom 10 years ago, while only reinvesting the dividends they give you in return, would have turned into $231,901.33, which means you would have made 36.94% year-over-year returns. And again, that's compared to the S&P that in the same time turned into $30,236.51, which is a crazy difference of $201,664.82 with only your $10,000. This week's stock trading the highest percentage off of their 52-week high is the Hackett Group, stock ticker HCKT. HCKT is a quarterly payer in the technology sector, paying 44 cents per share per year, with a forward dividend yield of 2.41%. HCKT has been paying and growing their dividend over the last 9 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 6.92%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 7.97%, and a payout ratio of 25.58%. At the time of recording, HCKT was trading 26.39% off of their 52-week high. HCKT has an ex-dividend date of March 23rd and a payout date of April 7th. And $10,000 10 years ago, while only reinvesting dividends since then, HCKT would have turned into $45,895.26, which is a 16.46% year-over-year return rate, once again compared to the S&P that in the same time frame turned into $30,236 $36.51, which results in a difference of $15,658.75 on 10K 10 years ago. As mentioned in the beginning of the video, all of these stocks have a dividend streak of at least 5 years, and all of these stocks have beat the market over the past 10 years, except for Vici, that's only been around for 5, but they've beat the market in that time frame. Do me a favor and use the comment section down below to let me know if you own any of these stocks and how they're doing for you. And if you or someone you know is newer to dividend investing, or you just want to brush up on your dividend knowledge, check out this video. But until next time, see you.